don't know, am I streaming? I really don't know. Connect streaming software and go live. Wait, Nathan Granner turn it live. No, I don't think that's the one I want, you know? Do you know? Default stream, analytics, stream health, stream health, talk chat. No, I don't think that's it. No, customization, no. I think I'm live, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know if I'm live or not. I mean, look. Create block allow. Studio wants to use your camera and your microphone. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow access to the camera. Create stream. No, that's not it. Done. I think I'm still streaming. I don't know. So what? If I'm streaming, maybe. Let's see. Spirit, mate, wait. Oh! Well, look at that. I'm catching this. I'm catching it. It's catching. Configure both primary and backup streams correctly. Okay. Don't know how to do that. Good. Stream settings. What to do? Enable DVR. Okay. Well, welcome to my real life. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing. That seems more like not a shot than anything. There's just so much stuff going on. If you've been kind of following these past couple of weeks and the new postings that I've done, this is definitely on the edge of my real life. So right now, I've been rehearsing today, like running through Goodbye Mr. Chips. We have just a tiny little things to fix, some things to kind of sync together with the orchestra and the voice. That's coming up next week. And then right after that, we'll be going directly into Plump Jack. This is all Gordon Getty stuff. Lovely composer. Listen, I don't know why Gordon's music doesn't get played more, because it is sincerely beautiful. It really is. Yeah, so we'll be going into Plump Jack. I'm working on the role of Shallow, who is the kind of, chief magistrate or something for this town in the West Country. So I'm working on his accent, which is a cross between Irish and English a little bit, or something. Catherine LeBoeuf, if you know her, if you're in the opera world and have been for quite a while, she's working with us to make sure that our accents sync up, aren't too heavy, so you'll be able to understand us and in elocution. So I'm working on that. And then in this little time, I'm filling in with Hal, Henry V. Hal's a great role. I really, really love this role, to play this ne'er-do-well, the apprentice of Falstaff, who is also the prince, and next in line. Plumpjack kind of comes right when Henry IV passes away in the middle of this story, and Hal turns into Henry V, and he has to. This is all in the Shakespeare pantheon. You'll know this. He has to actually turn Falstaff away because he is the ruler of the entire country and just really can't afford to be a playboy, anymore. So that's just a lovely role, and Shallow is a lovely role as well, more on the character side. Very light singing in some respects, but wow, so beautiful. It was such a great scene, few scenes in there, and Hal with his banishment aria, which I'm not sure if you've heard it yet. It's 3 minutes of lovely delight. I know thee not, old man, fall to thy prayers. And Falstaff, in the midst of the story, he's like, hey, the king is dead, and I'm gonna, this is my boy, And he comes upon the king finally, and he's like, my heart. And the prince is like, the new king is like, I don't know you. And that's it. So that's cool. Right after that, I'm going to be reprising Rodolfo in Tacoma, Washington. That's October 11 and 13, and then I'll fly directly from Tacoma to LA, and we'll rehearse this really, really cool, somewhat experimental. It's like the production is experimental, but the music is completely traditional. It's listening to music and experiencing music in the way that Abraham Lincoln would have in the 1850s, late 1850s, of course, before he was assassinated. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I'll be singing Ma Paris and a couple more pieces in there. And then we will actually be recording the album for Plumpjack. So we get a little bit of Thanksgiving time, and then December time where we roll right into the studio at Skywalker and rock that out. And after that, I've got a little bit of time to work on. Let's see. I got to relearn the Central Park 5 because that's going on in Detroit. I got cast as Radames, my first Radames in Aida, and then also, what else am I doing? Oh yeah, Grady and Ullman in The Shining at Portland Opera. So it's a lovely season. Not only that, but September 20, we'll be deep in rehearsals for Bohème. But September 20, Ombre di Luce releases, it drops. August 30th, we do have some singles and features being released, so I'll tell you more about that. We'll get more into the music as we go along. But let me just say, Ombre di Luce, last year, about this time, almost this time, was kind of insane for me in my career. I'm always busy, you know, I'm always busy. If you know me, I've always got stuff going on, but recently the importance of the busyness has just kind of grown and bloomed and blossomed. So we were supposed to be doing Ombre di Luce, this recording in January of this year, of 2024, but it got pushed up to the middle of August of 2023. And I was also working on my first Don Jose in Carmen and my first Mario Cavaradossi in Tosca that were just back to back. And so it was just really, really a crazy time. I'm so thankful that somehow I kind of made it through. Anyway, these songs are lovely. Mozart, Gluck, Ferdinando Paer, Antonio Scarlatti, and of course, Chevalier de Saint-Georges. You know, listen. When I was researching these pieces, I actually first started with a whole new album, a whole different album of women composers, solely women composers. Like, when is it that a dude, is singing all women composers? Most of the time, we're singing all male composers, or maybe we'll put one woman composer in there. Maybe we'll put one black composer in there, you know, like it's a thing, you know, like as a woohoo, little tokenism kind of deal. So Lisa DeLange gave me this idea to do this woman composer idea, and I still have the rep list. The producer Joop Meers was like, "What if we do Mozart? What if we do the classical period?" You know, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's cool." I thought it for about 5 minutes. I was like, "Man," because I'd worked a long time on this women composer album, and then turned around and kind of thought of all the contemporary work that I've done. I do not see really many recordings from seasoned, amazing performers, such as myself, doing new rep, like putting new rep out on the contemporary side, as far as just kind of tenors that are out there are concerned. And this is no diss on anybody. And of course, you know, my first listening love is rock and roll and jazz and stuff. So, you know, if there are a bunch of tenor albums of contemporary operas, tenor arias, you know, out there, great. Please let me know so I can take a listen and just kind of enjoy. So that was the next idea, to get you know, this aria from Central Park 5, invention of Morel, just stuff that I've done, you know, kind of out there. I think it's important when we are programming new music in opera houses like the Metropolitan Opera and the bigger houses, finally, that we actually have releases of some cool arias and tunes and stuff like that that are available for listening and for people to kind of hear and grok and understand. So when Joop Meers was like, you know, let's do some Mozart, that's why I was hesitant. But as I researched these pieces, it was just such a good era of music, and especially in this time of chaos. I was like, oh, I'd love to have something just really cool to record that's tried and true. Everybody kind of knows these pieces, or at least knows that they're great works. But you know me, I kind of went shook right or left or center and picked some repertoire that a lot of people just don't hear all the time, and that was really great for me to do. Hectic, scary, because the amount of virtuosity in these pieces was insane. Flor del Mar, I'm doing the Vienna version. I think Vienna. It's either Vienna or Munich version that is like not all the runs, it doesn't have all the stuff, it's just kind of this power song. But there are so many other pieces on the album that I was working on for the first time that I just kind of eschewed the level 4 difficulty on the dive into that aria. It's still great though, it's just so cool. We've got Mitridate, which is Mozart's first opera. I'll tell you more about that later on. Anyway, so that's all the stuff that's going on. An album, couple of new operas, a cool show in LA. Man, I'm just so chuffed. I'm trying to balance home life too. I'm really, really, really trying to have a life, honestly. As a singer, you spend so long on working on your music, working on how to, working on your voice. It's really, really intense, and the way to go about it takes such a long time. There are real sacrifices that happen. There are real things that go on while you are preparing for an operatic career and inside an operatic career. Any art, honestly. But, we just got through with the Olympics, and they just kept talking about folks practicing every day, their routines, and that's really how it is. I do practice quite often, not every day anymore. I don't. I know my voice, I know what it can do, and I know what it can't do, and I know what it needs rest and things like that. But to get there, more than 10,000 hours. I don't know how long, I haven't quantified it, but shoot. So that's what's going on in my real life. I'm home, I'm here in Santa Maria. It's super boring, but the weather is beautiful here. It's the Central Coast, and it's just gorgeous up here. We'll be traveling soon, going to San Francisco, hooking up for Plump Jack and going into the recordings and stuff like that. So I'm just happy to be home, and happy to be home after a really, really amazing 10-day sojourn into the Midwest and into the South. Went to the Red Hot Chili Peppers concert, visited and met my sister and her kids for the first time, met my big brother for the first time, then went to KC and hung out with my mom and a couple of friends. For all of you KC folks who are thinking that I'm coming to Kansas City, I've already been, I've already left. I apologize that I didn't call. It's just, my schedule is so crazy, it's very difficult for me to mentally just kind of try and contact everybody and schedule things. Scheduling is its own crazy adventure anyway, right? So anyway, yeah, I'm back home in California, but I'll be back. It was a great visit in Louisville, and it was a great visit at home, and I've got some business dealings with a new company that I'm starting. It's called Curio Embedded, and it is actually for the record industry, creating a new media source for records, for artists. Like if you're a musician and you tour, you've got albums, we're working on a product that will help you sell actual physical product again in a completely different way. And if you have any questions about that, please hit me up. Please subscribe. Here at the very end of this, please subscribe. It'd be really cool. Kind of grow the thing. We're growing together. There's a lot of stuff going on. And please, if you have any questions about singing, if you have any questions about how the business works, or if you just need to kind of vent about where you are in the world of singing and in the world of art, I can really help out too. I'd love to hear from you, and just your support means everything to me too. It's really why I do this. Otherwise, I'd just be kind of here working on my music, working on my mixes, working on my little releases that are not classical. Yeah, I used to go under this pseudonym named Verk Astroblab. And Verk Astroblab was named after a space play, a space opera, not an opera at all, that some friends and I put together. This is crazy. Okay. If you don't know about it, this was like 2010 or 2011 or something like that. I got this cool idea because I've been getting spammed with a lot of different people that were pretending to be friends and whatever. So I was like, well, what would happen if somehow a time stream slipped in and we were actually Facebooking, my friends and I, we were Facebooking from 100 years in the future, right? So we changed our names on our profiles. I became Verk Astroblab, asteroid miner, and we were flying through the galaxy looking for asteroids to tow and getting into space battles and things like that. It was very Han Solo and Star Wars-esque, crossed with Doctor Who, crossed with Isaac Asimov, really cool. So anyway, and I'm like, what would you do if you're flying through space for years, basically? To find the best asteroid, you gotta be around for a little while while you play music. What had really happened was a friend of mine's grandmother had passed away, and I had inherited a really cool kind of Star Trek Next Generation organ. And so to honor her and honor them, I started kind of writing music and recording on this organ. Very lo-fi. And all of a sudden, Verk Astroblab, the adventures and stuff like that kind of happened. So that's how I was started to record pop songs and soul songs, so that I wasn't interrupting the classical music side of what I do, so I could be the soul singer and rock and roll singer that's in my heart. Now I'm just whatever, I'm just gonna release it. There's one song, I think it's Water Song or Quiet Village and Space, or Quiet Village in Space. It's literally a Hawaiian piece, and then I kind of put this really cool keyboard part on it. What's really, I think there are a few pieces are out, but I just released this song called Zolon Feuer. It's ZOULONFEUGHR, but it's really Soul on Fire. And I wrote it as a minor key rock drum and bass version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, otherwise known as Mbube. Very cool piece. So all those things are out there, and I just oh my gosh, people are like, Nathan, you do too much, and I'm like, I would like to do more. Anyway, all right, I'll talk to you later. This is my real life. Cheers for now. Bye-bye. See you guys. I don't know how to stop this thing, but okay, here we go. Okay, for real. Cheers. Talk to you soon.